He was stuck in the top. He wasn't mobile, so he couldn't get down. So he just like lived up there, and he kept fish in his bathtub.
Like to eat or as pets?
I'm not sure if it clarified, but they were like decent sized fish. But I mainly was just like, so that means you also don't bathe.
Or he bathes with the fish?
Yeah, it looked like he didn't.
Because he would kill the fish, wouldn't he? Like soap and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you get slightly clean just in a bath full of fish, but like just with water. But yeah, it didn't seem like the best plan I'd ever seen.
No.
When my great grandma had a bath fitted in her whatever it was terrace, the legend was that she didn't want to have anything to do with it, and she used it to keep it cold.
I love it. I love it. She was just doing her tits, pits, and naughty bits in the sink, wasn't she?
Yeah, well, I think she'd survive that long. Why change now?
Mm-hmm. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of They're Not Even Real Housewives, though. Rosie and I are back on our own. I was going to say solo, but that would just mean one person.
Double solo. It
is a beautiful spring day in London and Essex today. So much so that I am on the rosé, and I only drink rosé for like 3 months of the year.
Oh my word.
Because I can't drink it whenever it's cold outside. It has to be strictly red wine. So now I'm on the rosé. So I apologise because I haven't drunk rosé in a while, and it does hit a little bit different to the red wine.
Could get Larry.
So I have been drinking consistently since about 3.5 hours ago. So
since about blurry.
So we're gonna be slurring a little bit. Not gonna make much sense, but who cares? It's fun.
You can tell it's warm because after dinner, my daughter just stripped completely naked.
Did she?
So that's it. I was like, oh well, what are you gonna do? I found out today at like bedtime, bath time, that my son hasn't worn any pants all day.
Good for him. Let the balls roam free. He's not going to have any issues reproducing as when he gets older, is he?
No, but I'm like, guys, it's just mildly pleasant and sunny. We still should wear clothes.
Why? Why are you?
I don't know. Well, yeah, exactly.
Why are you narrating them, to quote Lisa Barlow? Let them do them.
You know me, I'm so strict.
Yeah. The woman
so many
who has
rules.
Balls and penises flying in their face on a regular basis. You have issues with your own children. New
Jersey. I can't quite remember what happens at the start in New Jersey.
No, the only thing I remember is the teacups. No, coffee cups.
One sec, I'm getting. Did we start with the sort of like aftermath of the fight and Teresa's got COVID?
Oh yeah. See, this is really hard for me because I'm kind of falling into your life here, because I remember listening to the start of the Teresa podcast when she was just releasing teasers.
Oh yeah.
And she was talking about having COVID and how her and Louis were still having sex from behind because they were all snotty from the front.
Oh, that's safe. That's clever. Sometimes I think she is clever.
But then I was like, oh, okay. But that felt like, I swear to God, there was snow on the ground. No, it was summer last year when I was listening to that. This is what it feels like to me. And now I'm only seeing, but I'm still only seeing Jersey now. Like, what the hell? Why are they taking so long to release the seasons? This is ridiculous.
I think it's all calculated as to when people watch telly. Like, networks know what they're doing, don't they?
Do they though? Because they're picking up cameras mighty fast whenever it comes to the things breaking, because they know no one wants to wait to watch it.
Yeah, I don't
it's
know
not
who
the
this
same.
up with.
It
does feel like 1,000 years ago. Like, I'm sure she'll be divorced by the time we see the wedding.
Right? Absolutely. Anyway, sorry.
So she rings Danielle and she's like, Louis is so sad and blah blah blah, and I don't know, some bullshit.
Then we find out Louis was full on having a fucking PMS meltdown.
Yeah.
After, like, what is his deal?
Well, he's trying to control it in front of the camera.
He's so fucking weird.
So
Why
weird.
would you cry?
Well, either because I think he's just like very high emotion all the time, or it's like deliberately manipulative.
He's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think he's like a coercive control nightmare.
Yeah, he fully understands what he's doing, doesn't he? Like nothing he does is a mistake or an accident. He plans everything.
Yeah. So poor Danielle is like, I will tell everyone your feelings. I'm like, well, that won't go well. Even though she doesn't, we haven't seen that delivery yet, or maybe we just didn't ever see that. But I was like, at any point, don't ever be the messenger. Like, you've watched enough Housewives to know, don't be the messenger. That won't
unless you're Jennifer Aiden delivering the message that you're now bridesmaid.
Oh, God,
she thoroughly enjoyed that.
She fucking loved it. And Dolores is trying to be so tactful and just trying to figure out how to say it. It's such a bullshit thing to do.
She saw it in her dream. What? No, it wasn't a dream.
Yeah, she was meditating.
There we go.
It's such a pussy thing to do. You should have, if you were going to do that, you needed to. Oh, just why didn't you ask Melissa?
But I still don't understand why she would have asked Melissa. I've been saying this from day one. I don't understand this argument. Melissa is not her sister. They do not get on. I don't understand why.
Yeah, but
like,
it's
my
this world of like obligation.
Yeah, but my sister-in-law was bridesmaid in my wedding because I was marrying her brother.
Oh, my sister.
But if I divorced, and my sister-in-law on that side, I was getting remarried and we were still really close, she wouldn't be in it, and my brother's girlfriend or wife wouldn't be. Like, I don't understand it. Like, my brother and sister's partners weren't even invited to my wedding. They weren't invited to it, period. Not for any reason other than that they were teenagers. And I was going to say,
if they've been, like, we're at the point, aren't we, where Teresa has known Melissa longer than she hasn't.
Yeah, but they don't like each other.
I know, but I just think it's going to cause. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think you should only have the people you want in your wedding and no one else. But I think it's going to cause tension, and when the cameras are on you, and then you're suddenly asking a ton of the other people you film with.
Yeah,
I don't think Teresa should ask her. I think Melissa has a right to be pissed, and I think she has a right to be pissed about this bullshit. Like I think if she knew that Dolores and Jen were going to be there with Melissa, it was shit to ask them then, for them to then say. She should have said
no. It would have
been decent to be like, she does, of course she does, she knows it all.
No, but
I think it would have been decent to give Melissa a heads up.
No, but she didn't ask them there. She asked, but
she knew that was the time they were going to be together.
Yeah, okay, fine.
She should have said, can you, a decent person would say,
don't say,
I haven't told Melissa and I will tell her, and that, like, when they give you the go ahead, it's fine to talk about it.
See, this is the thing, I'm all having this like high and mighty conversation now, but then if you cut to like what happened in Girls Trip when Portia deliberately didn't tag Candice and Leah, I thought that was a fucking HBIC move. So if no one knows what HBIC means, it means head bitch in charge. I thought that would have been my official job title if my husband would have let me have that, but it wasn't, so I had to settle with CEO. Really annoying. But them I think her not tagging was fantastic. Fully here for it, living for it. But I think their argument, Candice's argument was like, and Leah's argument with, you knew what that was going to bring. That was going to bring drama. That was going to bring questions. And why bring in the heat? Like, why do you need to do the heat? The answer to that question,
my job.
Yeah, the answer to that question simply is Portia was here to come fuck shit up, walk away, and that was she was paid to do, and she was doing that. But I also feel like their argument is 100% like, don't bring shit where you don't need shit to be for that. But then cut to this sister-in-law argument with the wedding. I'm like, fuck it. Why is she? Who cares if it causes drama? Why is it important?
I also think as well, if you have like 19 fucking bridesmaids, which she did, like what difference does 20 make? Like, you won't even be near her. She had so many bridesmaids.
I know, it's just the principle, isn't it? I wouldn't have had Melissa Gorga as a bridesmaid at my wedding.
No.
Period.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have her in my wedding.
No, I didn't have her in mine either. To be fair, I wouldn't have had.
Bravo Universe does not respect this idea that you're just supposed to like you're supposed to be nice to people when they're getting married. This happens in Vanderpump, isn't it? It's like, why are you being such a dick? That person is getting married. Just give them a fucking pass. Let them have this weekend. Let them have this time where they get to be a bit of a dickhead. because they're
Yeah.
getting married and that's important to them. So just back
Yeah.
off. What do you care?
Yeah. I had a
That's what I thought about
conversation.
Christina Kelly. I just was like, fuck you, man. Why are you having this chat with Sheena? If I was Sheena, I'd have been like, fuck off. I'm getting married in 48 hours time. I'm not talking to you.
But also, why is she throwing Katie under the bus?
Because she's trying to get back on the show. And you can see that Katie's not coming back.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Mike about the whole Katie going to Mexico thing, and we'll talk about it when we.
It's topping up my glare. You can hear that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
chat whenever we hit the Vanderpump Rules segment. But
I'd love to hear Mike's opinion.
Mike's take on it was unexpected.
Okay.
And
he Raquel Stam.
Oh no. But he also has some wild theories about that, but we'll talk about it in a bit.
Okay, tell me what you think about this Dina fight.
With who? Dolores or with Teresa?
With Louis. Dina's not in the wedding because Louis and Dina's dude have had bad business. What's the chat there? So you were right about the pizza oven. It is like domestic pizza ovens.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, I don't know. So was Mr. Dina also in?
No,
Is this a different business deal gone bad?
Listen.
What is Louis' business?
I don't know.
Why would you buy a pizza oven off a Hispanic man?
Because he's inside an Italian every single night. 4 times a night, apparently, according to them. When you're in Italy, you can claim you know how to do a pizza oven. I'm assuming. It's cool. Mike claims he understands. He can tell me a good jerk chicken from a bad jerk chicken. I mean, I don't know what you want to say.
Okay, cool. Right. So we go to Paul's house. Everyone fucking loves Paul's house.
They had wet dreams over this guy's house. Is it just because it's a man's house and they weren't expecting it to be nice because it was a man's house?
I think there's definitely a part of that. I think there's also what they say of everybody gives Dolores a house.
I didn't put that together until they ran the montage, and I was like, "This bitch has a sugar coochie. She has a sugar coochie. She's getting millions. She's getting millions, not just bags."
But she doesn't have that house of David's, does she? Because that's where David and Frank live.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that still genuinely happening?
Yeah, they still live together. I think they do. Yeah.
That is insane.
But Frank doesn't need to live with him. He has multiple properties. Why is he living with this guy?
Because I imagine David keeps house quite well. Let's talk about the level of floral arrangements.
There's a lot.
Wow.
A lot.
I'm not bothered by the house. I think the house, I mean, I would take it, but I think it's quite...
I don't like all the black.
All of the decor is he's been sold a package, hasn't he?
Yeah, but we said that before, didn't we?
Yeah.
What was it you said? When you're on set, you're you need to take some stuff off.
Yeah. Less.
Or something.
A little bit less. He's got all of the things, hasn't he, all of the time. But he's obviously paid money for that house and that kitchen and nice.
I didn't know he had an ex-wife and kids. Didn't Dolores say that they're super close too? I had an
ex-wife. I didn't realise they were kids. Yeah. But I don't believe her.
I don't know. I also don't believe Dolores isn't fucking Frank Catania on the side, so...
Okay. You're just wishing that.
I do. I like the visuals of that are everything.
So we're gonna have a coffee reading. Having your coffee grounds read.
By Angie.
By Angie, the good Turkish Angie. Entirely neutral Switzerland Angie.
Who's never watched an episode of the show.
She's never heard of it. She's never spoken to Jen before.
So Jen is getting business deals and the rest of them are fucked.
If there's any chance, if there was a percentage of a chance that they hadn't met before, Angie would be a fucking billionaire because she's good.
The looks they were all giving each other, but then Jennifer looks completely oblivious and she's like,
She's trying to look, and I like Ketchup. Yeah.
Okay, so for everyone who's listening who can't actually see us, I'm being a dickhead now. I'm sorry, listeners. I did like this whole feigning shock and awe face. I might put this, maybe we should put this like one part on YouTube, just like the I'm gonna make loads of money. So basically what I heard when Angie said that she was gonna get endorsements and all the rest of it was
endorsements.
I could leave my husband. That's what I heard.
Okay.
I
haven't
heard
thought that, but that's a great theory.
that is exactly all I heard was Jennifer Aiden was like, great, now I've got mine. I'm making my coins. I'm securing that bag and fuck off Bill Aiden.
I can leave Nabillo. That's what we found out his name is?
No, it's Nabil.
Nabil.
I quite like Nabillo though. Let's use that.
Is it not Nabillo?
No, it's not. It's just Nabil.
Oh,
We've been known in that name. That name has been around for a while.
This. Okay, obviously yes. I don't remember.
No.
Yeah, I loved Marge's line of the only endorsement she gets going to be wherever it was, Cashel, because she got 16 bathrooms and she's full of shit.
Love Marge. Love Marge. Love it so much.
What a line.
Fantastic line. I saw when she was sitting down to eat at this thing, I saw someone who had created a very nice little animation of Marge eating and said, why does she eat like someone who is missing their dentures? Okay. And I went back and watched it and she legitimately looks like she's chewing with no teeth. Please watch it. Go back. Just watch like that 5 seconds.
Imagine what that even would look like.
I don't know. It's like all lips and like the cheeks are really moving.
Are so
big.
Stretch.
Yeah, but honestly, go back and watch it, listeners. Go back and watch it. Comment on the comment. Oh my god, I can't fucking say my words. Comment on like.
Have you not put your dentures in?
Send us a comment on Instagram or Twitter and let us know what you think. But 100%, when I couldn't unsee it. Once I watched.
Now you know you've always known.
Now, yeah, once I watched the visual of her eating and then listening to the person's tweet in my head, I'm like, yep, that's it now. She looks like a person who's eating with no dentures. Everything. Everything. Fucking Jackie. Why is Jackie there? Why is Jackie still around?
She's so fucking boring. Such a dickhead.
Why am I seeing Jackie and not Evan? I'm really upset about this.
Oh, it's mean, isn't it? But all she's bringing is Evan.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I said before, and I'll say it time and time again, her first season, living for Jackie. I thought Jackie was everything.
But she's just repeating the same fucking lines, isn't she? She's just going for Danielle because it's low-hanging fruit going, oh, we weren't being mean. We just wanted to know all of the shit. And we all know what it's like. It's like, no, we actually don't all know what it's like. I haven't not fucking spoken to my sibling for 15 years because I'm not a cunt. You know what it's like. So why are you digging?
Public service announcement from Rosie there, ladies and gentlemen. That was a lot.
Not heard shit about people in glass houses.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't imagine not speaking to my siblings for 15 years and that just being okay.
And if I had it, and if that was the case, I certainly wouldn't come after other people who didn't speak to their siblings.
Yeah, but the hypocrite word doesn't land in Housewives world, does it?
Because there's a moment where it's almost like Jennifer Aiden is like respecting the like family row of Danielle, but she's not really, is she? She just, because she's like, oh, you know, it's unpleasant for her, and she's trying to be nice, but actually she's just saying like, you were all like digging around in my personal life and I didn't like it.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. What's everyone else's fun coffee?
Dolores is getting married.
Oh, Dolores is getting the ring.
And Polly's in the background,
Paul's like loitering around. He's no, I think he's definitely going to propose.
Well, I think it was set up.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who set it up, but someone set it up. I don't think that she actually saw a ring in Dolores's future. I just think someone had said, make sure Dolores gets a ring or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's Jennifer or even Paulie could have rang her in advance. He does strike me as a big gesture kind of dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, he may not be great day to day, but he does the big gestures.
Yeah.
And I think Dolores likes it, because I think Frank Catania was the same way. He just happened to sleep with someone before he did a big gesture, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas,
it was like a guilt gesture.
Yeah. But I feel like she loves that. That's why she stuck around for as long as she did, you know?
Around that long, you know?
No, she didn't, did she? Actually, now I said that out loud.
But I think she stuck around as long as was like reasonably tolerable.
I think she allowed it until she had babies, and then she was like, "No, I'm done."
Yeah, maybe she just she got the sight was clearer at that point.
She's like, "I'm not putting up with this. I'm pregnant. If
a man don't expect pregnant women to put up with anything. It's just
if a man can cheat on you when you're pregnant, there's something very wrong.
Yeah, he's definitely going to cheat on you at every single point, but there's the Bill Aiden of it all.
I still think Bill Aiden deserves something.
You think that about Frank Catania too?
Yeah, but so do you. Don't play like I'm the only one who supports Frank Catania, bitch.
But I'm not the Bill Aiden fan. You're the Bill Aiden fan.
I am, but I still think I did think until this season that he had his redemption arc. Like, he was the one guy I felt like who had an affair, but it just was literally that, didn't interrupt his family life, everything's okay. And then this season happens and I'm like, oh no, Bill Aiden is not in it, is he? He's a David Bador of New Jersey.
Oh, that is harsh.
But he is, though, let's be honest. Like, David Bador had an affair early on with Shannon. Shannon forgave him, thought it was okay, but then he had another affair, and then she forgave him again. He went through all that stupid counselling, and then he still left her.
God, yeah.
But Bill Aiden,
but he left her. There's the difference, maybe.
Yeah. Jen's checking out.
I think we should investigate the prenup. Who knows about the Aiden prenup?
I don't think there is one.
No, I don't. I think they're too traditional.
Yeah, 100%.
So she'll get half.
I think she'll take everything.
Oh, okay.
But I think what will be is what they've made up until the marriage at this point, and then any future earnings is his. That's what I think will happen.
And he already appears to live in the fucking pool house, so.
Well, I just don't think that that's smart for her, because I think she spent everything they've already amassed.
Oh yeah, she does. So when she gets all the what's the word? What's she getting? Endorsements. She'll be fine.
All right.
And Rachel's adoption of her son.
Okay, so I said a couple of podcast episodes ago that I really respect the way that they are not bringing in the baby mother. They're not bringing in the drama. They're not doing any of that stuff for Jaden. His name's Jaden, right?
That's right, but it's hard to stick on, isn't it, as a name, Jaden?
Jaden Fooder. It's really hard to say, or is that just the wine? Anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't roll terribly well, Jaden Fooder.
No, Gigi Fooder sounds amazing. But anyway.
It sounds like it should be Faden Judah.
Yes, that is it exactly. 100%. Right, you should name
definitely
every
had
children.
Too much wine.
But no, so my point is,
they
I
have
was
brought
saying,
her in now. We were like, they're being so gracious, and now they're like,
I thought they were doing. I thought they were respecting her privacy.
No,
they mentioned her one time quickly in passing, saying he has a biological mother. They aren't together anymore. I've been raising him, and that was it. And I thought, do you know what? This woman's a queen. Fully here for it. Respect it. And then this episode hits, and I'm like, oh, why?
Because you could have sat there on the high ground and be like, we're trying to adopt him, but there will be a legal process.
That's it. All you had to say.
And
you didn't have to,
I'm type A and I'm full on, so obviously I'm anxious about that, because until it's done, it's not done.
But can we also talk about how immaculate Rachel Fooder looks for her first season of Housewives?
Oh yeah.
There isn't anything about her that you would change.
No, she's
Whereas
on point.
everyone else's first season, they always look a bit janky.
Oh, it's Wrath.
This bitch looks immaculate.
She's great.
She'll have the same glam team next season. She'll have the
Mhm.
same stylist next season. Everything. Also, can we talk about the food is multiple empires?
Oh yeah, they are running businesses. She's got her tagline wrong. Businesses.
She's rich, honey.
Yeah.
She's rich.
Well, we started to see the staff, didn't we? Who did we see today?
I don't know. I want to say Marisol, but that's.
I don't think it's that. I feel like it's another Angie or an Angel or something.
Anyway, she was cooking some kind of food.
Yeah,
while Rachel was sitting at the counter eating all the grapes. If I was a housekeeper, I'd be like, bitch, I'm making your dinner. Stop eating the grapes. I can't be the only person who thought that.
Well, I have like an endless stomach. I can't. Just because I eat something now doesn't mean I can't eat a whole meal in 10 minutes.
Can you put a light else happens?
I don't like how is that this episode or was that last episode? I don't like how the mum talks to the girls and she's like, you want to put Sissy to bed? I didn't like that. I think sister is a short enough word to just rely on the word sister.
No, I have a few American people that I know and they use the word sissy.
I don't like that.
It drives me nuts. Yeah, it does. It annoys me, actually. It really does. Yeah.
I'm happy for them to adopt her son though. That would be nice. But I don't know,
I don't know. I always think it's messy.
It is
when
messy,
there's a biological parent is still alive, it's a mess. It's a mess. I don't know. I probably have a warped view on it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't see it from the other perspective. But I just feel like
maybe.
I understand the sentiment and I think it's a beautiful sentiment and I'm here for all of it. I just don't necessarily know why the legal part of it needs to be done. If you have a conversation, you have a thing. But in, like you're saying,
everything
in some
is
cases,
so legal though, isn't it? Like in the States where it's like, you know, if you can't administer medicine and you can't do that. I mean, I'm in a position now because I didn't change my name, like, and now that we're not in the EU, we have to like abide by other people's laws. There's a chance if I want to take my kids to Spain, I'm going to have to get my husband's permission. Yeah. Everyone's coffee. Then we have the phone call. We have the reveal of the bridesmaids, and Melissa is like, pissed, understandably.
No, it's not understandably.
No, I think she's upset. She's upset. And I think if that's the first time she's heard that you would be startled.
You feel a bit salty. I'll give you salty.
But I don't think she has to like take out on those people. Like, I think I would like to hope that I mean, I can't imagine it. Like, I can't imagine being that bothered. Like, I wasn't my sister-in-law's bridesmaid. But I don't think I'd be too proud to be like, I'm fucking pissed. I'd be like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I wasn't my sister-in-law's bridesmaid either.
Yeah, it's fine.
No,
and she has been her sister-in-law's bridesmaid, right?
Yeah, when she married Juicy Joe. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she married Juicy Joe. No, she couldn't have because she wasn't together with Joe Glover at the time. Okay,
fine. Well, whatever. And then they reveal that they're going to Ireland for the hen do.
No, the bachelor party.
The bachelorette party.
No.
Just the bachelor party.
They kept saying bachelor, and I was getting very angry. And I was doing my tangent.
Are we going for Paul's? No.
I just think
they just used the wrong word.
Saying it correctly. And Margaret will still have the audacity to say to someone else in a later episode that they're using a word wrong.
Yep, you're right. They're stupid.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, they're stupid.
Anyway, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, what can you do?
I know.
So Danielle and Rachel have like a thing. And it ends in like, because with this like, well, I was just saying what you said. I know you were throwing me in the bus and you're making the baddie, and there's no resolution there. Now I don't really want to see them fight, but I think that might be.
No, but you called it. You called it. I said I want to see that this is the evolution of New Jersey, where they become the new Meccas and
they become the new
else
Teresa and Melissa.
And you said no, they're going to pit them oh my, they were going to be pit against each other, and
Yeah, they
I
are
refuse to believe it, but it's happening.
happening. Which is a shame, because what if we have to pick sides?
Oh, I can't.
Exactly. I can, but I don't want to.
Oh, you could. Who would you pick? Whose side would you pick?
I think I'll pick Rachel Fuda as a real person, but I think Danielle is great telly, and she's prepared to fucking show it all.
Yeah. It's true. Although, is she going to be labelled thirsty like Heather Gay from Salt Lake?
Oh my God, was Heather always like this?
So I was listening to Reality with the Carlos King podcast, just quickly, because it was specifically about Vanderpump Rules, and he doesn't watch Vanderpump Rules. So I just wanted to hear his hot takes on it, which I thought would be quite funny. But he was saying about how in the industry, because obviously he was a producer for Housewives for years.
He was a New Jersey producer originally, wasn't he?
And Atlanta. He was saying that Heather's known as being thirsty, like she's a thirsty castmate. Like that's
I was
industry.
watching her in Girls Trip, being like, was she always like this?
I don't know.
Like, what has happened? Or is she scared that she's going? Like, what?
No, she had the fame's gone to her head, and now she's thinking she's trying to be a different level of a person of who she was before.
Yeah, but then we're not interested in that.
No, we're not. We're not. Anyway, back to Jersey. So
I think that's it. I think that's the end, isn't it? With her going, I don't want to talk about this, and Danielle going, I do. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great tactic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vanderpump in Mexico. Can we first talk about Sheena? Because obviously, remember, I'm new to all of this. So Sheena revealed that people were mean about her last wedding because it looked like a quinceañera, and that was very hurtful to her.
Because she's Mexican.
Because she's Mexican. So she goes to Mexico to get married, and we do not hear her speak a word of Spanish. Like, she cannot please and thank you in Spanish.
No, because she
was
not
raised...
Mexican. I think she is Mexican by insertion. Did you like that one, Rosie?
That was good.
As in, she wasn't raised by her Mexican father. She has no concept of her Mexican heritage. Parents could be separated, but you still should know your heritage, and the parents should still try and integrate whatever side there is missing.
Or even if they don't, I just don't think you can then be upset about it. I don't think you can be like, oh, I'm really upset because it's offensive to my Mexican heritage that I know fuck all about.
Or do I acknowledge or pronounce that I am?
Or look
if she claimed to be Mexican before that point, if she had claimed to be Mexican before that point, would have been legit and would have been fine. But that is I've been watching Vanderpump since season 1.
This is the only time she's Mexican,
and I've never ever heard her say she's Mexican once. She makes enchiladas.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't even think they're Mexican. But I didn't even think they're Mexican. I think they're like more.
Yeah, it's like chow mein. It's just an American thing, right?
Yeah, it's a bastardized version of the food, right?
I don't know. But
let us know, listeners. I don't know. Like, if I go to Mexico tomorrow, can I order enchiladas on the menu? Is what I want to know.
I would love to go to Mexico and eat all of the food.
But you.
Okay, so what's happening? We start at the end, continuing on from the fight where James has pushed someone, and Ali gets up and leaves.
And then she comes back.
But she talks to camera and she says, it's not cute. Which is like the fucking understatement of the year. It's not cute that my boyfriend is a fucking psychopath.
So let me just say something about this, because you don't know, like, Raquel, Rachel, Captain Skankovich.
I feel like I can see James.
But Raquel, and the way that Ali handles herself in this situation is very different to how Raquel handled
what would Rachel
herself.
have done?
So Rachel would have sat there and quietly, like, touched his arm, or quietly, like, tried to get his attention to be quiet, or she would have just sat behind her drink and would have just drank until she, like,
collapsing on
disappeared
herself.
into the chair. Like, she would never have done anything as dramatic as get up and walk out. Like, she would never have shown that level
Okay.
of I'm so annoyed, blah blah blah.
Oh, well, good for Ali.
Yeah, and I just, there's a part of Ali that I'm like, this might be the bitch to make him stand up and pay attention to his behavior.
Do you
Also,
think? I don't
disappointed
think so, because
in
he
that.
doesn't know anything about her. If she's just like a bag of skin in a room.
But I'm also very disappointed by that because I thoroughly enjoy James's ridiculous behavior.
He is ridiculous. He's like so insane. He's so angry, and he's so like invested in, like, he's trying to convince himself all the time, isn't he?
Yeah, constantly.
So we see that, and then we see, so also Christina Kelly is at that dinner.
Okay, can we talk about that? Like, how much of a bad bitch do you... First of all, everyone only refers to her as Christina Kelly. We've mentioned this earlier. That's amazing. Like, I want to be known by my first and surname at all times.
The thing is, Christina is quite a common name. So you're going to fall down in that instance.
Yeah, but not in a K. Not with...
When people say it, they don't know that it has a K.
No, this is true. This is true. Although we say that.
I also think anywhere in Scandinavia it's with a K, and in a lot of America it's with a K.
Oh, okay. So where's the CH come from then?
Christians. Bound to, innit? That's how they spell it.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
All the Vikings are out there like, nah, man, it's a K.
Oh my days. I'm gonna have to pee. So I just text my husband and asked him to bring me wine.
I was gonna say, there's a
now-
whole new bottle of wine just appear behind you.
And then Rosie's like making me laugh so much. And I might as well just got it myself because I'm gonna have to pee now.
Look at your coordination between your wine and your hoodie. It's all good. She just looked at me like, yes, bitch, do you think this happens by accident?
It's a rosé day, honey. It's a rosé day. I'm drinking rosé. I'm wearing rosé.
Talking to
Fucking
Rosie.
Lisa Van. Bitch,
You
I didn't
are.
even think about the speaking to Rosé. Yes.
You are the Lisa Vanderpump of this friendship.
I am Lisa. Well, honey, no. I do not have Lisa Vanderpump standards or money.
Oh my god, we saw Ken this episode. Ken,
he looks so old.
He looks like those dogs.
Oh, Ken looks so old.
It's this little sort of slopey, jowly jawness, and he's turning into those dogs. And I don't know which incarnation of Jiggy we're on now, but it's.
You don't even watch Vanderpump Rules, but you fully understand who Jiggy is. I love it. Oh, because Beverly Hills. Yeah, I know, but still, like, oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to pee. I
I
have to pee. I have to pee.
God.
I'm sorry. Sorry,
We're back.
Oh, I just got shouted at by Mike for making him bring me wine when I got up to pee immediately after. I said, yes, we discussed this. I'm aware. Anyway, sorry. What were we talking about?
So we've started the episode with Ali has left. Christina Kelly is fucking ballsy out. She's at someone's wedding that she's not invited to, and the person hates her. It's all very. But then we go and see Swartz and Katie having dinner. They're having a celebratory dinner because they've sold their house at the most romantic restaurant ever.
And it's near the anniversary of their wedding.
Right, yeah. And she's trying to be like quite serious and say like, well, you know, let's like trying to be civil and kind of quite earnest. And he's like, I'm too far for my suit. This man.
Just every part of that dinner was just
Awful.
the reason why they should never have got married in the first place. Like, he's just such a horrendous, like, how can you tell your wife that he played the wife card?
And he's there going like, I was a great husband. And then she's in testimonial, and then she's in testimonial going, I think that he didn't like me. I was like, God, that is fucking heartbreaking.
He
I feel so
reckons
bad for her there. And she's like, I think he loved me, but he didn't like me. And I'm like, that is awful.
but he seems to think he got a bad edit. Did you see him
Well, in life?
Did you see him? Did you see his Watch What Happens Live?
I haven't seen his Watch What Happens Live,
Okay.
but I've seen clips.
It's brilliant. So he reckons that they had
He
many
clearly does not have a team.
No.
If anyone needs a PR company, like if he had an agent, they'd be shooting themselves in the head at this point. Jesus Christ.
It's really bad.
Stop.
It's really bad. But he seems to think that they had so many great moments. They had so many this, they had so many that. But it was never captured on camera. It was never like thing. So he doesn't fully understand the hate that he gets, basically, is what he was saying.
Because she tries to be a real person and he absolutely cannot come to bat for her any single time.
She is really annoying. She is a bit of a Karen.
Right, let's be honest by the fact that
is
both of us can be annoying.
But at the same time, if my husband treated me the way, like, I wouldn't have been married. I wouldn't have even married him. Period.
Why did they get married?
I don't know. I
can
really
fully
don't
understand why he proposed, because he's like the kind of guy who's like, oh shit.
No, she gave him an ultimatum.
Oh really? She was like, what? Tick 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 tick.
You have 6 months or I'm out.
But that's somebody telling you, I want to break up with you.
Yeah, but also, as well, he didn't even take the 6 months. He took a bit longer, and she's still stuck with him anyway. Like, that's how...
Listen to yourself, Katie Maloney.
He threw drinks on her. He said, I don't like listening to the sound of your voice. I don't like the way you talk. I think you're disgusting. This is why we don't have sex. Like, these are all the things he said to her over the period of time on camera. Can you imagine what he's saying in private?
No. So I have a question.
Go for it.
I think I know the answer. Where is her dad?
In Utah.
Did she grow up with her dad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know the answer then, because I was like, this is all men of shit.
However,
because she doesn't name a man she gets on with. She doesn't like Swartz. She doesn't like Brock. She doesn't like Sandoval. She doesn't like James.
But they're all valid reasons why you don't like men, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but not enough to be like overtly not liking them.
No,
all of them.
But she's just a miserable
she doesn't know
person.
Brock
like,
enough
but
to
I
be
also
so
think
pissed
as
off
well,
at him.
like, this is an out there theory. So before she started on Vanderpump, she fell through a skylight in a bar or like in a house or something, and nearly died. Like, it severed multiple arteries, fucked her face up. Like, she had to have her jaw wide shut. She had a brain injury. She had, like, it was bad. Like, she nearly died. And she had to, like, relearn how to do basic things. And I'm always wondering if, like, she's just inherently mean and miserable because of this injury. Like, you know, whenever sometimes you, like, hit your head or whatever and your personality, like, flips and there's nothing you can do. Like, because
some people are just mean.
Yeah, but I just feel like she's so miserable.
She is miserable. I think the problem with
miserable... But she puts herself in that miserable situation.
Yeah, but I think the problem is, isn't it, like, isn't there that thing, like, it...
Misery needs company?
Yeah, and, like, your brain... We're the top of the food chain because our brain is like, we did something and it worked, so let's do it again and again and again and again. So your brain will go down a pathway that it knows, even if it's not good.
Yeah.
And so, like, you'll repeat a negative thought because it's like, well, we've made that connection, let's just keep doing that. Because evolutionary, that's like, yeah, well, we didn't get eaten by a tiger, so let's just keep doing that.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Yeah, no, I just don't want to believe, like, she's never, ever, she's had maybe 4 episodes in the 10 years it's been going.
I don't think she likes
where
the TV
she's been
show
smiled.
concept.
No, but I don't even think it's that. I just feel like she's so angry.
But wouldn't you be angry if you were raised in a fucking Christian lunatic asylum and then you move to a place that literally like idolizes being blonde with big tits and stupid, and you are none of those things?
No,
Like,
because
why
Kate,
does she
right,
move
can
to
we
LA?
talk about, first of all, let's make one thing categorically clear to our listeners. You can disagree with me, but I will fight you on this.
Okay, good to know.
Katie Maloney has the best eyebrows on TV.
Oh, they're great eyebrows.
The best eyebrows.
They're not this year's du jour eyebrow,
Yeah, no, but I don't care about that.
but they are good eyebrows.
They stand the test of time. Now, what else Kate Maloney does is she knows how to do her own makeup to make her features pop. Like, she's a stunningly beautiful girl.
Oh, she's gorgeous, but she's not the LA look.
No, but why would you be so angry when you look like that in the mirror?
Because anybody thinks that when you're continuously being told that you need to be tanned and blonde and all of these things.
When you need to look like Lala.
Yeah.
That's probably why she hated Lala for the first, 2 years.
Yeah.
The evolution of their relationship, Rosie, is wild.
One day I will get around to the beginning of it. Anyway, she's like, he's been a dick, and he like deflects, and then she overreacts, and she's like, fine, choose Brock over me, fine, and she storms off, and you're just like, God, I've seen this. This is the inside of their lives in a very uncomfortable way.
But he sits there and still eats the steak.
Yeah, I would do that. I would eat hers.
I do feel like our partners are similar because we're not the same. Like, I couldn't sit there and eat the meal. I might box it up to take home, but I couldn't sit there and eat it. It would devastate me.
Oh. I don't know.
I don't think it's hilarious though, because I'm the first person to start a fight, whereas you're really calm and collected, and you'd rather have a conversation. And
I love that you think that about me. I just don't think anybody in my family would say that about me. I love that.
No, you start.
I'm trying very hard.
You start. I think every time you start something is because it's justified. As Candy would say, "Don't start none, won't be none." And I think that's you. But okay. I just feel like they don't understand what they say to start it. For it to be with
but also just people you're divorcing, maybe don't go for intimate romantic dinners with.
No, but I think it's cool if you're trying to have a relationship, but then don't expect any different behaviour.
Yeah, don't expect other people to act differently, and give it time.
But the relationship is the same. Yeah. I don't understand what you're expecting to be different. He's always been this way. Yeah. Why are you shocked?
Absolutely. And I am amazed by people who are divorced and are civil, and I think and I have them in my life, and that's great, but I don't think I could.
Oh, because I grew up with that example, right?
Yeah, well that's but that's for me, definitely not everybody, is it?
No, for me, I'm look, I'm very good at swallowing what I actually feel when I want to rip someone's head off. Remember I was saying to you the other night, if I walk into an argument calm, that's when people need to be worried.
Warn. Yeah.
If I'm going in, kicking, screaming, kicking off, whatever, give me 30 seconds and I'll burn myself out. I'm like a child on sugar. I'll burn myself out and I'll sit down and I'll be quiet. But if I walk into it calm, it means I've thought about it. There's a calculated plan and your life is about to end.
Yeah. It's happened.
So let's not.
We've run the numbers. It's not working.
Yeah, but that's who I am. And that's the same thing in my relationship. If my husband and I broke up today because he slept with somebody else, I'd be really calm about it. I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I think when kids hurt themselves, isn't it? When they're kicking and screaming, it's fine. When they're quiet, shit's got real.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same way.
Okay, so she leaves the dinner, she goes back to her hotel room, and Raquel turns up with her fucking delivery. That Sheena says they can't go to the pool.
The pool, really?
They can't go to the preferred areas.
But they're in Mexico.
Is that
I
a
don't
term?
need a pool. I need a beach. Fuck you.
But that's like a. I was going to say estate. That's not the right word. Resort. That's going to have multiple pools, right?
I don't know, but apparently not. It's not.
No.
Remember when they sat down for dinner, they're like, it's not as big as we thought it was because they're all right there.
They're all like fucking on top of each other. Yeah, no.
Also, random thought. Can we talk about how easy it is for Sandoval to say, me and Ariana's relationship, my girlfriend Ariana, I'm blah 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 Ariana, when the whole time from this moment he was fucking Raquel?
Yeah, he loves it.
How easy is it for him to not fuck that up?
Because
or
this is the only time he's
not been honest. And
no, I think this is
slipped up.
No, I don't think he slipped up. I think this is the only time in the world he thinks he's been clever, and he's like reveling in it. Okay, so let's imagine we're in this scenario where we've, for some unconceivable reason, gone to someone else's wedding where we're not invited.
Okay.
And then someone turns up to say that we're also not allowed to go to the pool. Because imagine if Raquel had turned up and said, Sheena's asked if you can like not cause any drama when we're doing like group events in the like main public space. Like any reasonable person who I appreciate is not Katie Maloney at this point would go, yeah, okay. But she hasn't. She's like, you cannot be in the pool. Like, fuck off. That's just not true. You cannot dictate that. You're not God. Fuck you.
So let's talk about. I was saying, but I said earlier that Mike had an opinion about this whole situation.
Tell me Mike's opinion on this. Who can go to the swim-up bar?
So I spoke to my husband about this whole situation because I enjoy his hot takes about it. And just Housewives and reality TV in general. He has a lot to say. So I said to him, so I explained the situation to him like, we're in a massive friend group. We're all best friends. I'm married to like a guy. We've been married for like a few years, been together like 10 plus years, for like the whole duration of the TV show, whatever.
I like that he's not the guy in this scenario.
No, I made it very much not about them, but then he's turned it around on me and said that my opinion was based on my feelings as a bride. So I was like, oh no, you are not reflecting on me. Like, don't make this an actual logical situation.
I'm a fucking delight. What are you saying?
Absolutely. So I explained basically explained the whole situation in a sense of my friend's getting married. It's a destination wedding. I'm married to the guy who's a groomsman in the wedding. Everything is fine. Then me and this guy split up. And I tell him categorically he's not allowed to sit with anyone in the friend group. My husband said, like my real life husband said, that seems perfectly fair. And I was like, I agree.
Good to know.
Then we move on to like the whole situation. So I was like, but then the girl that's getting married thinks it's a funny idea to set up my soon-to-be ex-husband with another member of the friend group. My husband's like, oof. That seems a bit shit. And I was like, I think it is a bit shit. And then he was like, so what happens? And I was like, well, I find out about it, confront the bride. The bride then tells me to get over myself. We have an argument. And I get disinvited from the wedding. And my husband was like, okay, so then what happens to the guy? And I was like, well, he's still a groomsman in the wedding, so he's still invited to the wedding. But I've paid for my room. It's a non-refundable room. So I have this extra space in my room, and I don't know what to do with it.
Oh, but you could have sold that room.
First thing my husband said to me was, I'm going on holiday. It's fucking Mexico. And I was like, yeah, but why would you go to the same resort where all the wedding shit's happening? My husband's like, regardless of that, I can have a quiet time by myself. I don't need to be involved in it. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I'm a bit like taken aback by his response.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
why would you go to like the venue? Like, why? It's ridiculous. And then I said, here's the kicker. One of the bridesmaids didn't book her room in enough time. So one of the bridesmaids would have to stay in a separate resort close by. And my husband said, no, what you do is you go up to the woman that you uninvited to your wedding and you say, I'm going to give you $5,000 for your hotel room and let's keep it moving. And I was like, without even being asked to introduce or have any idea how much it costs. Like, he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, standard.
That is how you solve
$5,000.
this.
And I was like, okay. I was like, because that's not how it went down. And he was like, how did it go down? He was
no.
So she was like,
miles away. She's in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, you can't go. So because it's my wedding, I don't want you there. And I'm gonna give you the £1,000 or $1,000 now that it costs to rent the room. And Mike was like, $5,000 minimum. And then and then he was like, wait, actually no. Because in his head he couldn't quite put it together. And he was like, this is the woman who tried to set up
your ex-husband.
My ex-husband. He's like, it's a $20,000 room minimum. That's where he went. He went straight to fuck
He'd been
this.
so civilized to fully fuck you.
He's like, no, I want $20,000. I will give you my room now for $20,000. If not, I'm gonna pitch up to every fucking event in the public space in the room. And I was like, that is not how I would have handled it. And he was like, considering you're the crazy one, he's like, why not? Anyway,
well, yeah,
so that was the hot take situation.
So he's fully Katie Maloney'd on this.
Oh, he is. I was like, you're a petty Betty. He's like, no, I'm not petty. I'm just real. This bitch fucking chucked it. And I was like, right.
That's entirely true because Sheena handled it so badly. If she had been polite or had some contrition or like any of these things, there is a chance maybe that she'd have got that room for her bridesmaid. But then there'd have been no camera time with her for Katie, so probably not.
I think that's what it was. I legit think that's what it was. She wanted to film because
everyone else was going to film. When that situation happens and Raquel is trying to be serious and she looks like she's got her mum's shoes on and she's clacking around pretending to be a grown-up. And
you're so mean.
She's so dumb. And then but Christina laughs at her and it is really mean. Like that, like, oh, I'm so sorry, you're just so stupid. Like, we've all done that laugh, it's me. And then she's like, I'm going to have a conversation with her. And I'm like, she's not going to have a conversation with her.
No.
What sort of dickhead would do that? But she does do that. She is that dickhead. I'm amazed. That is ballsy. I don't know her, but that is fucking
No, Christine Kelly's not in it that much. But when she's in it and she does confessionals, she predicts the future.
Okay. So we go back. James is being
weird.
So miserable. So they go back to the room and James is like so furious and he's angry with everyone and he's furious that he has to be like with the lads tomorrow. I'm like, you don't have to be there. He doesn't want to go to the day club,
because
which
he
I
looks
get.
like a toothpick, and the rest of them look a bit built,
quite
apart
beefy,
from
yeah.
Swartz. But like,
he hates it, and that's not his vibe. And I'm like, which I find really weird. He's like, God, no, the idea of going to clubs, fucking horrible. It's like, isn't that where your job is?
Yeah, but he's so.
Like, why don't you go and be the DJ? Isn't that your fucking job?
Yeah.
But you can't be like, God, I hate the idea of a club. I mean, I can be like that because I am like that. But I don't choose to work in clubs. And what he means is, I'm not going to be. Him. But he's like, it's not about me. I'm not going to be with the women where I can like be in control of people, because he can't be in control of any of those men.
No.
And he just wants to like puppet Ali about and manipulate and pick at Lala and pick at. I'm like, fuck you, man. Can't.
He's just so not attractive. Why does he keep getting all these women?
It's like faux confidence, isn't it? And then he talks about how he's like a man of the world.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's lived in Ibiza and London.
Well, there you go. Wow. So you've lived with Londoners and Londoners. Well done. Yep. And now you work for a Londoner.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, how did he get into Sir? Because I feel like his dad probably knows Lisa Vanderpump.
Oh no,
Like,
that was
come
it.
on.
His mum and dad turned
Yeah.
into Vanderpump, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, you've done absolutely nothing. And I just thought that whole scene when he's like upset about the like speedos and stuff, he just seems really closeted. I don't want to be with a bunch of guys and they're like touching each other's asses, and it's like, why? You just said you're a man of the world. Why would this upset you?
Oh, as he said, let's take a bunch of Viagra and fuck some kangaroos. Loved it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that. That was
And
her
but he
thing.
thinks he's so classy. He's like, oh, I can't do this like stag do bullshit. And he like is implying it's trashy. And I'm like, have you seen your fucking life? Who are you to think you're classy over
It's
anyone?
not the same. It's not the same.
And they go on, the girls go on a catamaran. And
Yes.
Lala's going, even though James is like, being like, Lala doesn't want to go on your boat because he's a dickhead.
Because Lala needs a safe space. She says that a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what that
seasons.
means.
It means she wants to be able to
Escape.
enjoy herself and be who
rude
she
to
is
people.
with not it getting back to anybody else. I think back in the day it meant she wanted to be able to drink and take drugs and it not be shown. And I think now it just means that she wants to be able to enjoy her life without it being under the microscope.
Well, maybe reality TV is not the answer, babe.
Well, I mean, she's got bills to pay now, honey.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's James' favourite thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
James is like, oh, you know, she's a piece of shit. I'm like, well, we've all made mistakes here. Like, again, it's my thing of like, those in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Like, James, don't go picking it. Because who's paying for James's lifestyle?
He earns
Not fucking James.
He earns it, right?
Well, from being a DJ?
Apparently.
Fuck off.
Okay.
So they're on the catamaran, and Lala tells Ali to always maintain her power.
Mm-hmm.
It's very deep.
I respect it though.
Yeah, I like the sentiment. I think what she wants to say is don't be with James.
But I just feel like
that's the most empowered way of saying that guy's a complete dickhead that I've ever heard.
But what I think she's doing is I feel like she is confirming James's entire narrative around Randall and Lala's relationship, where she was only with him because she wanted the money and she wanted the power and she wanted to whatever else. And I feel like,
and Ali is only with James because she wants to be on telly.
Well, yes, 100%. But I just feel like until Lala admits that that's the reason why she was with Randall, no one can respect the advice that she's giving now.
No.
Even though it's coming from a legitimate, like, I've lived this life place.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I suppose at least with Lala Randall was genuinely rich.
Is he though?
Well, he had like a big house and shit. James
Yes,
got like a shitty apartment that his dad pays for.
No, I don't think his dad.
Like, we've all seen Randall's films.
Yeah, true. It's very true. What else happens?
Okay. They're on the boat. Everyone's on the boat. Everyone's wearing a white bikini. Then we see Lisa and Ken and some chat about Greg or something.
Oh yeah,
and then they have the big welcome party. And like, Lala is right about this wedding. This is too many things.
I can't do that. Listen,
I'm exhausted and I'm watching it.
You know, I want to renew my vows. My husband won't do it.
Yeah.
So I said I want to do it in Maldives on the island that we had our honeymoon on. And I said I want to invite like a bunch of people that I know. But all I've said was I want to like pay for everything. And they have to get their flights there, but I want to pay for everything whilst we're on the island. But what I want is the one ceremony on the beach and like one big party. And then that's it. But we all stuck on this 2x4 kilometer island. So like no one can really go anywhere. And it's like all of us. But I don't want to have anything else.
Okay. Yeah, no.
And I think that's fair. If you're doing this destination thing
I mean,
You
it
should
sounds
be able to
expensive.
do your own thing, no?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you should like harangue people into 4 days of fucking wedding. That's way too much.
Too much.
Yeah, it's way too much. And also, nobody has that much small talk. People are definitely gonna like fuck each other, and it's gonna get messy.
Well, that's what
Like
happened
over
with
that
Swatch
length
and
of
Raquel.
time. Does it though? I don't think it does.
Well, Swatch and Raquel kissed each other at the end of the night.
But it's the most. It's like it's just a kiss. It's the least amount that it can be to be a kiss.
But that's what I think Schwartz is giving off all the time. I don't think he's ever had penetrative sex with a female.
I don't think he's had penetrative sex with anybody.
Oh, I think he's done a few boys in his time.
I'm not convinced. He just seems so lackluster.
I'm not getting like.
So Lala goes to the other dinner. She goes and has dinner with Katie.
Yeah.
And
Christina,
even though they're like 6 foot away.
No, they didn't know because they only chose the restaurant because of the menu.
It was just such a coincidence.
It was the menu.
It was the menu. And James is like being a dick again, isn't he? He's so angry. And he's like shouting off about how Lala was just after a pickleball court or whatever he's on about. And then him and Ali are on the dance floor, and he's like, let's do our spinny thing. And she's like, I don't know what you mean. He's like, our thing, do our thing. Oh.
I know everyone's
and now he's like,
me.
no, everyone's looking at me. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Oh my God. Like, if she didn't wear more clothes, I would think he's physically assaulting her.
Look, it's a lot in it.
He's such a twat.
Yeah.
He's awful.
It's
and then,
really bad.
And then Swartz goes over to Katie to ask him to trim his
armpit
armpit hair. So I thought about this.
Oh, I did forget about that.
So I think the only way that can be the conversation that is happening is if that is code.
To what?
Like, can you trim my armpit hair is code for, can you give me the go-ahead to sleep with someone else? Because who does that? Nobody trims their armpit hair. That is not a thing.
It grows at an exceptional rate though, Rosie.
Because you've been fucking cutting it. Like, either shave your armpits or wax your armpits, but don't trim your armpit hair. What kind of fucking sociopath are you? It's not okay.
I don't. He wanted to rack up a line of coke. Like, I just don't know.
Does it mean it? I think that is definitely like, give me permission. That's some kind of code. That's some all kind of cry for help. Like, that's a thing that they have discussed before in their marriage.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
So weird.
I don't cut my husband's armpit hair. Do you cut yours?
No. Hard no. I've never heard
all
of the things anyone has ever said to me. I've never heard of that.
No, I've heard some stuff.
Yeah. I know people who shave their husband's arsehole. I've never heard anybody trim their husband's armpit hair.
Yeah, the armpit hair is something else. There's like a different level of mad.
It's the word trim that I find so weird. Like, what are you trying to get it to? I feel like it's like all or nothing.
Creep my pants. All right, cool. Anything else?
Anything else? So then they walk into the pool, and then Swartz and her sit at this table, and it's like the stupidest people in the world are talking, and then they kiss, and it's like, oh, nobody wants to kiss. It's horrible, and that's the end. I'm upset about it all. I'm mad. I did notice that Brock had a finger missing this week.
Oh, okay. So after saying, did we know that Brock had fingers missing? Apparently, in
Everyone
season 9, the season
talks about
before
it?
this season, he talks about it. So his family worked on a farm or something, and he got his hand stuck in a gate, and he took his fingers off, and he got bullied really badly in school for it.
Renata sent me a thing. I haven't read it. Sorry, Renata. About how he went to like 14 schools in 10 years or something.
Why? Because he's a dickhead. Why are you going to that many schools and did that many years?
I don't know, because I guess because he wasn't. It wasn't. None of it was working out.
Because he's
which I
not
think
smart.
It's impressive.
Because
Well,
he's not smart.
I think if you go to 14 schools in 10 years, I was impressed he'd been at school for 10 years. To be honest,
he's not fucking smart.
Anyway.
Okay. Oh,
that's it. Okay, girls' trip.
I'm gonna have to pee. Hold on.
I love it. It's like 6 months since I've seen you drunk on rosé, and I'm liking it.
Mate, it's the time.
Summer.
Hello.
Okay, ultimate girls' trip.
Oof.
We
Yeah.
start. It's Pepsi's day.
Can we talk about how fucking beautiful and mesmerizing Pepsi is when he is excited? That dude filled my heart with rainbows, unicorns, and mermaids. All of it. All of it.
He is
When
a happy wee soul.
He did the
yeah.
side clip.
How does anyone do that?
I don't know how anyone. Who started that? I feel like, was it Charlie Chaplin? No.
Maybe. I can't do that.
No, I've tried. And I can't. And I'm a dancer. Can't do it.
Yeah, so I got no chance. I don't know why I even tried.
But mate, like everything about him was so exciting, and I instantly had this pit.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna be horrible.
Rage and fire in my stomach when it was him coming to the doors, and like Porsche was like, "Oh, I'm not working out," and Giselle was like, "Oh, I'm not working out. I'm not doing all this." But then when he got to Whitney's room, he's like, "Yeah," I was like,
"Yes,
oh,
bitch, I'm here."
Oh, thank God. Because I'd had rumors that they made him cry this episode.
Yeah.
So every scenario was like on 10, like waiting for it to happen.
Yeah,
and I
it's
wanted
happening.
to like,
it's gonna happen. They're gonna break his heart. We're all gonna hate them.
I wanted to call through my TV screen and like smack a bitch and being like, "You're so rude and disrespectful."
They are, and they are.
But they are in general. Like, oh my God, how could you turn up in people them places? But it's so different to the women in Cheshire, though, is it? They do the same thing. Cheshire's new season of Cheshire started, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 3 episodes in.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll try and catch up. We got any new people? We got the Cause.
The Cause?
Is it not the Cause? No, it's Bewitched.
No, it wasn't. It was Atomic Kitten.
Oh, I thought you told me it was Bewitched.
No, I said to you, Sheen
Sisters.
His sister is in Bewitched, but that was it. That was the level of the conversation.
Okay, fine.
No.
Okay. Right, Thailand. They're doing kickboxing. Whitney's up for it. She's fucking great.
Listen, I'm not fucking around with these skinny white girls.
She says,
okay?
she's like, don't come for me.
I'm not fucking around with these skinny white girls.
I think we could take Leah. I think it'd be fun. No, I think we could take Leah.
No,
I think Leah is bluster. I think Whitney could fuck you up.
Oh no, Whitney's not fucking around. Whitney is
she's like, yeah, and you can tell Giselle sees that. She's like, oh,
did you just learn that? Everything.
We see. So the Miami girls aren't going to kickboxing. They're like, what day is this? We've been here for 5 days. Alexi's like, yeah, it's day 5. And Marisol's, I feel like I'm dead.
And everyone is commenting on how they're not shocked about Marisol's health issues because of the amount of vodka she drinks in the morning.
Or jet fuel or whatever she fucking drinks. I like it when they go out and she's like, you need some tit tape? And she's like, no, I paid. Alexi's like, no, I paid a lot of money for these tits to stay where they are. Yes, true. At least she's honest.
Yeah, but I would have an issue if my boobs didn't move. Like, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to look like Alexia.
No.
That's not the aesthetic I'm going for.
But she's gorgeous though, isn't she?
Yeah, but it's like it's a look, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a constant look.
It's a look, and it's
a
not
constant look. It doesn't change.
Yeah, and it's not the look she was born with.
No. But like every element of her day, she looks the same.
Yeah, there's not a lot of emotion displayed
No,
on
they're
that face, and I
shocked,
don't think she has a lot
confused.
of conflict, like complex emotions.
No. Shocked, confused, and ready for a dick to go in the mouth. That's circular. Oh,
The cushioning, yeah, she's all good.
oh. Yeah.
Yeah, she's submerging into a sex doll.
It's a good looking sex doll, to be fair.
Yeah. So we do that, and then we go to the market, to Old Phuket, to go shopping. Is that right?
Yeah.
And like Leah wants to tell us, like, I think I'm quite an open book, but dear God, Leah, with all the bodily functions, man, give it a fucking break.
Okay. So you have the shits.
You have the shits,
and you're on your period,
and you don't wear any underwear.
You have a five star. That's not what I meant to say. You have a thigh splitting dress skirt thing on.
Yeah.
And you're not wearing underwear.
You're just like free bleeding all over Thailand.
So, first of all, I'm living for that. I'm here for the confidence level because I don't have that level of confidence. But really? That's what you're doing?
Yeah. And also, like, this is my criticism whenever skinny people are ill.
Okay.
It's like, this and that, and I'm like, you're fucking hungry. You're malnourished. Eat something.
Oh.
Drink water. Eat something. Because who has been sick? Leah has been sick. Marisol has been sick. The people who eat shit, they're fine.
Yeah.
And they're in Thailand. Like, if you're gonna be sick.
Yeah.
So
Giselle...
she like collapses in a Portia, Heather, all fine.
All absolutely fine. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Just eat something. So we go out. Leah collapses on the floor. But she doesn't really, like, she doesn't faint. She like sits down. She's like, I can't feel my legs. Like, as someone who didn't have any blood and used to faint all the time, you very rarely out loud say, I'm going to faint. Like, no, it just
you just
happens.
wake up, right?
And also, yeah, and like, if you have had diarrhea, I'm like, if you genuinely collapse, obviously, I'm not saying I don't believe her, because that would be a terrible thing to say. I just think if that was me and I genuinely fainted, I definitely would have pissed myself. And that didn't appear to have happened. And we would know.
Myself walking. I don't think I need to faint.
If you faint, though, it's not uncommon to piss yourself.
No, seizure, faint, pass out, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you, yeah.
So I think she was just feeling a bit woozy and she was being a bit dramatic about it. And like, she's in this position now, isn't she, where like they've called her out for playing the victim and she's like, I can't be like the victim. And it's like, well, and yet that is your ammo.
Yeah, but I just feel like you could pass out because you're too hot. But why do you need to do the theatrics? Why do you need to do the theatrics? Like, why do you need to call for Pepsi? Why do you have to ask for this?
Oh my God,
why do you have to
do... She's like, I need Pepsi. Oh,
like, you don't have to do any of that. Like, you could just pass out. Especially and keep it moving.
Her whole chat is like, I'm a bad bitch and I do everything on my own. So clearly not.
No, but I feel like she does in business. And I feel like in everyday life, she runs shit. And then she feels like she has this cushion of availability, of vulnerability, and I don't know what it is, but I don't know.
I don't like that idea that she thinks people are there for her, like that because people are paid they have to catch you when you fall to the fucking floor. No, that's no one's job.
No, and also, but the same way, I don't really agree with Giselle thinking that the world sort of fucking has it as all.
Oh, right,
I told you,
let's talk about
because I said to you in a couple of episodes ago when I said to you that tequila is worth a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's an expensive bottle of tequila. And I've been privileged enough to drink from it, but it's like not a regular thing. But I don't
Okay.
really understand Giselle's viewpoint where it's she could get it and it'll cost this much and it costs that much and it's like a this and it's that.
It's not
like,
the thing,
no,
though.
you just
That's
put
not
it
the
in
thing.
No one
Just
stole your tequila, bitch. You drank it and then now someone threw the
imagine.
bottle away.
But can you imagine? Because this is the scenario, right? You are a load of rich people in a place that is not full of rich people, and you've been like swanning around talking about how fucking important your tequila is. So either you've drunk it and they've thrown the bottle away, in which case you're going to make that member of staff feel like they're going to lose their fucking job because they threw a bottle away, or one of your friends has taken it to take the piss out of you. But can you? So either you're going to be an absolute dick to someone whose livelihood is at stake over a bottle of tequila that you can afford, or you're going to accuse somebody that you're on holiday with for stealing your bottle of tequila. Imagine if we were on holiday and someone was like, I'm going to search your fucking room. Imagine if we went on holiday and I said that to you. I think you've stolen something from me and I'm going to search your room. We would never speak again.
No. And it's not even because it's not even because you wanted. It's not even because you wanted to touch my room. It's not even that you felt like you lost a bottle of tequila. It's because you felt like I did it.
Yeah. The fact that you think those people are going to steal from you.
I mean, this is why Pepsi's crying. He's like, why are these women constantly arguing with each other and fighting with each other? Why is this thing happening?
It's insane. Giselle comes off so badly in this. And I can entirely see why Candice is putting her foot down.
100%.
Like, I don't
100%.
think I would. I think I'd be like, fine, I am justified. You walk in and you show your fucking red face. But I can entirely see why she'd be like, no, you're not going in my room.
I don't want people in my room. You
can sit and panic. I'd be like, no, let's come in. We can walk around. You can pick up every piece of fucking underwear on my floor. Do what you like.
But it's tequila.
Yeah, it's not important.
It's at the end of the world.
Tequila, you're not going to die.
And it's a nice tequila, but it's not great
get it
tequila.
Fucking flown in. No. And like, it's Thailand. It's not the end of the fucking world. Somewhere else will have good tequila in Thailand. Or you'll have to not drink for another 3 days. You'll survive. I'd be like, you are showing anything anyway. Ass.
But you're not bringing anything anyway other than asking questions. You could do that sober. You don't need to do that drunk.
Oh, it's so rude. I couldn't. All of it, I thought she looked like such a tit. And Heather's just loving it. She's like, yeah, search my room. Look at all my stuff.
Well, Heather's just showing how thirsty she is, isn't she? When she's like,
thirsty. So
it's when the mean girl wants to look at your stuff and you want to, come through, have fun. I haven't got energy for that.
And also, so who goes to buy weed in the dispensary?
Candice, Heather,
and Whitney.
The third person is it Whitney? It might be Whitney. Yeah.
So is weed legal in Utah? Is weed legal everywhere in America? Where is weed not legal?
No, it's not everywhere in America.
So maybe not Utah.
Maybe not. I feel like it is, but I'm not sure.
But you have to have it like in the shop. You can't take it out of the shop. In Thailand, that seems like
no, you can buy it in the dispensary. So, like, if you're in that country,
why did they have to have it there? They just can't take it out of the country. Is that right?
No, because
they're like, I don't want to get arrested.
Yeah, you can't, like, it's like, it's the same as Amsterdam rules. There's always been. Like, you can have the weed in Amsterdam, but you can't bring it back into the UK.
Okay, fine. But they were, like, implying that they couldn't, like have it in the street. You just can't travel it.
No, but it's the same. It's that countries, like, in Canada, you can have a personal use regardless of where you are. So you can, if you want to smoke up in a restaurant, if they have a patio where you can smoke cigarettes, then you can smoke a spliff on the patio. Right. But it's like those same kind of rules. But if you can't smoke on the street in certain places in Canada, you can't smoke a spliff on the streets. But if you can, then you can. So like in the parks or whatever, you can smoke. So it's like a bit different. Like, whereas in Amsterdam, you can smoke in coffee shops, but it's frowned upon to smoke in the streets.
Yeah.
So it's the kind of same thing. It's just like different rules
Okay,
for
fine.
different things. Yeah.
Fine. Cool. Yeah. Heather seems like a giddy child.
I just think like when you're saying I don't care what people are saying about me as long as people are talking about me and as long as like the mean girls are speaking about me and like I just feel like you're just displaying how ridiculous you sound.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's
She just
not
looks so
okay.
sadistic. I love when they get back and like Candace goes to check on Leah and then like Giselle marches in and she's like, oh, I'm sure you were like coming to see how I was, and she was like, no. I was like,
That
wow,
was
you couldn't even
brilliant.
pretend to be polite, could you? Like, no, have you stolen my tequila? And then she's got like her list of who it's likely to be.
No
and she
one's
thinks
taking
it might...
your tequila, bitch. You
But she thinks it
drank
might be Leah, because Leah was like, well, I've got a pass. And she was like, no, it still might be you because you said you've got alcohol in your house. She was like, oh, yeah, I might have stolen it to like give to guests. Like, Giselle is so ridiculous.
It's bullshit.
And like, she thinks it's Marisol because she said she liked the bottle, and she just, oh my word, all of this. I just think that is one of those moments where you'd be like, I am never speaking to that person ever again. Absolutely not. I can't remember if anything else happened. All I can remember is that Giselle is a dickhead.
No,
And
that was the whole episode was Giselle harping on about this tequila bottle, and then
tequila.
Pepsi cried at the end because he was like,
And
I
we're
don't
all
know what
sad.
to tell her.
There's
That was
no, she's
awful.
made it into such a huge deal that there's no way it can come round. I actually felt bad for Leah as well because I don't like Leah, but the idea that you're going to accuse somebody who's like, the fact that they're sober has been plastered everywhere like it's news, you're still going to not eliminate her from stealing your tequila. It's like so fucking beyond rude. Like she doesn't even get a pass.
No, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And the idea that you would have taken those women to like places of culture, like you were going to go and take them, like get them to buy offerings to take to the temple and get them to go and eat authentic Thai food, and they're so rude.
All they did was argue.
And bless
For
Marisol's
hours.
like, no, I want to buy like enough stuff so that other people can like take my offerings, and they, none of them get it. Like loads of those women are supposed to be Christian and they don't get the idea of monks. Like they have those in Christianity. Like you have the idea of offerings in, like, how do you not understand? It's not that different.
Everything's different though.
Oh, they're so stupid. I'm not sure if I can hack it. I don't know if I can hack anymore. I'm exhausted.
It's only like
by
2 more episodes, and then we're done.
God,
We don't get a reunion,
what a
do
tit
we?
Giselle is. No, thank God, no one would go. Just Heather.
Heather was.
Just Heather and Giselle talking about how they're really right.
Oh my God. Oh, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
No.
Okay. I've been a bitch and I've landed it.
I'm done.
Therefore, I'm over it. Yeah, fair. All right, guys. Thanks again for listening. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.
See you soon.